Hello everyone, we are Andres and Giedre. We spend years and years dreaming and planning on how we can quit and leave boring and meaningless city life behind and live more sustainable, healthier, slower paced life in the countryside. And in 2022, our dreams came true. We sold our home in the UK and set off to sunny central Portugal. It wasn't plain sailing from the beginning. Buying our off-grid homestead cost us a lot of patience and time. Follow our journey from the very beginning and we really hope it will inspire someone else to make that choice, as life is just too short for 9 to 5 work to pay bills routine. And yes, we do regret one thing about our journey. It's the fact we haven't started it earlier.
The bigger olive branches we're storing here for a while, just to dry them up for firewood. Instead of leaving them on the ground, just gonna put them on a pallet and maybe later just cover with something. It's a really good firewood. Burns as hot as oak. So today is about those little jobs. About clearing the mess we made while rushing to pick as many olives as we can.
We got our first egg, 8th of November. It's amazing.
In one of our previous videos we mentioned that during the winter we would like to sow something just to get the soil a bit richer. So yesterday went to the local agriculture shop and we bought some different sort of beans, some chickpeas, and we'll sow some of them in this field near our fruit trees, and also wanna try to put some of those into the second terrace of our main garden, just basically to see where they're gonna grow better. Even if we're not gonna get any beans out of it or chickpeas, it's just gonna enrich the soil. So now I got a freezer on the tractor, just loosening up the soil a little bit, and we're just gonna do it by hand. That's what G said, that's the plan. More fertilizer.
I think we're done, yeah?
Those look the tastiest. Okay. Just put them in the ground.
Yep.
Like that part of field is getting flooded a little bit, so we're gonna plant from them trees to the right, I think.
Yeah.
And we'll just put them very shallow.
Not sure if you remember, a month or two ago I showed you a new project of mine. We found some potatoes by the rubbish
The
container.
bin.
Yeah, and we took it and we planted. So after a few months, that's what we got. I keep piling the hay on top. So like this, cafe, move, and like that now.
They were
I'll do-
planted not into the ground, they were planted into the hay.
Yeah, on the ground and then on the
And
top of the soil.
covered
and I put
with
it,
hay.
Yeah, covered with hay. And every time they come up, I'll put more hay on top. That's what I'm gonna do now. So like this, I'll cover in hay again. It took a while for them to come up. I thought nothing's gonna happen, but
It was too
slowly,
hot probably.
slowly. Yeah, I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, we start again. Not sure if we're able to cook something in a charcoal because it's raining now. But the plan is to get rid of all the olive branches we pruned while picking the olives. Made a lot of mess again. So after all this fire is done, I'm gonna get on a tractor, loosen the soil in this terrace, and we plant the remaining of chickpeas. We put all the beans into the top field. We decided it's gonna be not so cold during the winter. Those lower terraces, they will go well behind the behind the zero, and the beans on top of the field will be much better off than here. But we'll see. We'll plant some chickpeas in there.
And garlic.
And garlic. Morning, guys. You're probably wondering what are we doing this morning. This field been cultivated by me. I use the tractor in for 2 or 3 times. I plow it, I use the freezer, and during that time basically the ditch which was going in the middle of it just disappeared. We need the ditch because I'll show you our well. It's nearly full now. It's been raining so much, and in the winter when it fills up to the point where it starts overflowing, it's somewhere, I think it was somewhere here or here. I think it's here, or maybe even here. So the water from the well floods this field, and the old man who had worked on this land before, he made the trenches like a ditches for the water to flow this way, then to the end of this terrace into the spring which runs just along our property. So basically he done that not to have so much water in this field. And also during the summer he used the old-time Portuguese irrigation system where the same trench was used. Basically you scoop the water from the well into the basin next to the well, stone made basin, and I mean that irrigation system needs a lot of water, and then you basically pour the water and the water comes along this ditch, and he had a tomato beds placed like that. There were 3 or 4 of them, maybe 5, and each bed had an entrance for the water where when he needs to water them, he used just to take a shovel and block the entrance towards the bed, and the water will go in. So there were probably 5 or 6 entrances like that. So if you want to water this bed, you unblock this part. If you water this bed, you unblock the next one, and etc. So we're not gonna be doing that because it needs a lot of water, a lot of scooping by hand, and sooner or later we're gonna do the automatic irrigation on this field and other fields as well. But for now, for this winter, that's where we burned olive branches yesterday. I'm gonna loosen the ground on this part of the field, of this half of the field, and we're gonna plant the chickpeas which we have left from yesterday, just to see how they grow in this, because this terrace is really cold in the winter, really cold. I think that one is the coldest one because it's the lowest one. This is the middle one, and that's our main garden. So just a small job for today, to redirect the water. I can show you where the water goes from this ditch. So it comes this way, drains in here, and then last spring we had to unblock. There's a hole over here, and then it just joins the main stream, which goes all along our property.
Which I still need to clean.
Yeah. Yeah, tractor made things so much easier. It would take us probably an hour to dig it by hand, and took 2 minutes with the tractor. in a bit change of plan. So G will be planting garlic in them rows. Will save a lot of work to make a ground a bit higher, because in case it will get flooded. So she's just going to plant the garlic here.
Yeah.
And you got some ashes as a fertilizer from yesterday.
Yeah. And we got chickens.
We inherited this little funny tool with this property, so gonna use to plant some chickpeas. That's all is left, guys, which we show what we planted yesterday. All the beans and some of the chickpeas are in the top field. So I think we're gonna put some chickpeas here. We ran out of chickpeas and garlic. G bought it just a handful. We need to plant at least 300-400 of them. So now it's a lunchtime. After the lunch, off we go to the shop. You just have to love this time of the year, guys. We had a short walk around our property and we found ourselves lunch. Ta-da! For the demonstration purposes, we left a skirts on this mushroom. So that's how to find out if the mushroom is edible, because there is a similar mushroom which is only edible once in your life. So this one you can eat many times. So to check it, while mushroom is still growing in the ground, you check if this little skirt moves up and down. If it's loose, well, sometimes it might be a little bit tough to move it, but it moves. So that means this is the parasol mushroom, and this is perfectly edible. We found quite a few of those, some smaller ones as well. And G will show you how to cook them. The best and the quickest way of preparing them. We found them basically on the border of our land and the property which we filmed probably 2 weeks ago, which is still for sale, by the way. And the mushrooms, they're not shy. They even grow under the eucalyptus trees where nothing else grows. So let's go and cook them now.
Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna crack some eggs. Slice them like that, triangles. Last year I made a mistake by carrying them when we picked it, so we just put it like in a bucket without even paying attention, and then in the end when we were eating it was a bit of soil on here, so make sure nothing goes on top of them. So we'll put some salt, seasoning, and some pepper here, and just plain flour. Plenty oil.
Some dill.
Some dill for potatoes. Okay, I think it's ready. So we dip them in egg. And in flour. Actually, no. You dip them in flour first and then in the egg.
Some people say that it reminds them fish. Other people say it reminds them chicken. Well, I know what it is, so it reminds me mushrooms. But it's really, really nice. The texture of it, guys. You should definitely try it. The mushrooms are definitely edible. Okay guys, guess what we're doing? We are picking a few lucky winners to receive a half liter of our pressed olive oil. So yeah, got 6 people in there. All of them are on our Patreon. And I'm just gonna draw 2 lucky winners. We got everyone's email on Patreon, so after probably today we're gonna send the email to those who won.
Yay.
Okay, number 1. I'll show you that there are 6
Yes.
papers in there. Mix more.
Mix.
Okay, number 1. Mar!
Mar. Aw. Congratulations, Mar.
That's a lady actually who sent us a parcel.
Yeah. And who visited us?
No corruption was involved. It just
No.
came out.
No.
You know, 1 out of 6. The second person will be Sarah.
Sarah. There we go. You're checking if you got her, yes.
I'm just looking at the
Yeah.
at the list.
Yes.
Yeah, so Mar and Sarah, we're gonna send you an email. I think you got Mar's details on Messenger as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, and congratulations. We'll ship it probably today is
No promises.
Monday,
We'll ship it when we
end
can.
of the week.
Yes.
Obviously, as soon as we're gonna receive the
Bottles.
addresses.
Yes, and the bottles and everything else. So no worries. We
Thank
got
you
the
very
winners.
much. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for supporting us. It's been another hard week. See you later. Bye.